Hello, everybody. Welcome to Game 2 of the Cookie Monster versus Team Confidential. Sorry, it was a bit late. The last lobby actually started without me, in the captain's mode, but so they did the draft because they didn't want to have to remake the lobby right away. So they did the draft without me, and so they just remade the lobby with all picks so that I could cast it for them. But you know, so be it. So be it. Drafts. We've got Tusk, Doom, Maiden, Medusa, Sand King versus OD, Weaver, Warlock, Rubik, Underlord. Huh. Okay, so I've got another Skype call because people don't understand that no means no. But draft-wise, I don't know. I don't know who I like right now. I gotta give it some thought. I think I like. I don't know. I think Team Confidentiality TC have a little bit better, maybe. It really depends. But ooh, they've got a smoke play right off the bat in the mid lane. Smoking up, not for a level 1 Roche, but for a quick play. But they are going to run into a Weaver. Very hard target to lock down for the kill. Looks like they actually might get the Warlock instead. He's going to pop it here. It looks like they're seeing. They're going to ping him, go onto him, stun. From the Sand King, follow up from the Maiden. The heal coming through from the Shadow Word. Not going to be enough. And that is a first blood there for the Tuskar. So last game they did ban out the Tusk on Cookie Monsters. Looks like they let it through this time. And looks like they're going to be having an aggro dual lane with, I don't know if it's an offlane Tusk. He played eCricket played offlane last time. So we shall see if he's the offlaner with this Tuskar. But Cafe once again playing on that roaming Sand King. Turkey mid lane again, but this time with a Medusa. It's Blake playing Maiden this game. Last game I think he played Clock? I don't know. And no, there wasn't a Clock last game. That was another game I was in earlier today. And then we've got Our Nuts playing safe lane carry again down on a Necro, but another weird hero, a Doom. He's going to be laning up against Chirps Fan, not on a support silencer, but on a offlane Underlord, building towards that PMS. Meanwhile, we have RA playing on that OD, replacing Ibby, who's now on the Warlock. Panda this time playing Weaver as a safe laner, and we've got the Pie Man laning up on Rubik. So we can see already lanes going pretty well for everyone, I think, or at least is what to be expected. Tuskar getting zoned out of this tri-lane. Doom getting farm, but not really necessarily crushing this Outworld Devour. Actually, it kind of is, but he will be getting quite a bit of XP as this lane starts to push. Or it's actually not going to be starting to push. A little bit of equilibrium there favoring the Doom. Cricket's in a bit of trouble here. He's got the lift on the Rubik. He's actually not going to use it. Doesn't think that they can bring him down. I guess the Weaver wasn't ready for the kill, so meanwhile we see a rotation here. Possibly. Looks like they want to go around before smoking. It's going to be hard to kill the OD with Medusa and Sand King, unless she can do some solid harass right off the bat. Looks like they might be smoking up the Tuskar. Nope. He's going to be staying in the top lane. Hate Stream pinged out. Turkey sees it as well. They have wards right next to each other. They get stolen away. That's a spite. That's a spite snake right there. Now he gets zoned out. Has to take the long way around, or maybe not. Actually, might be able to bait the OD here. Looks like that's what he's doing. Oh, but the courier is going to fall, and oh, that was bad. And now the OD is in a bit of trouble here. Stun, lockdown as well with the maiden frostbite, but they will lose him. So courier for mid laner. I don't know if it's worth it. Maybe, maybe not. I don't think it is, but you know, just because now Deuce is gonna have such a hard lane, not gonna have access to that bottle or the boots. Meanwhile, OD going, he's got those boots. He's going straight for a Midas. Be interesting to see how if that one works out. Meanwhile, we've got Underlord. Got that Soul Ring purchased up. Doom just stacking those creeps, eating away. Fat man he is. Tusk eating a little bit of harass here. Just gonna pop in here and do this. Oh, a little bit of a play here with the Astral. Rubik might be with the lift. Dusa does have 2 points in Mana Shield, but isn't enough. It looks to be. She's gonna walk away. Meanwhile, bottom lane, Terpsfan falls to the roaming Sand King as well as Arnuts. Once again, this roaming Sand King appears to be doing work. Once again, giving TC the favorable lanes that they're really wanting. So now we've got E Cricket. As you can see, there's a little bit of there's around 1,000 gold. A little bit over 1,000 gold. There's not. You lying, or it's less. That's what it is. NA maths. Sorry, sir. But another Astral play on the Medusa. He's catching him out with this max level Astral. Wasn't expecting it with the lift back as well as the Shadow Word. It might be enough with the last tick. Is the Mana Shield enough? I don't think it is. He's gonna be taking down to it. In prison, trying to save up that one guy. Oh, Deuce is alive. Deuce lives on 10 HP. It is enough. The level 2 Mana Shield saving him up. And a lot of rotations were forced, but still, you commit 3 heroes once again for the Deuce, and it doesn't pan out. You gotta be feeling the pressure now. 3-1, 3-0. But the lanes are still going pretty favorably for both teams. I don't think anybody's really that far ahead in terms of what they wanted to get. Maybe a little bit annoyed that TCM can't really get a kill on this Dusa, but you know, she is a Dusa. She is a little bit hard to kill unless you go for that level 1 gank. But your Outworld Devourer is getting farm. He's putting a lot of pressure onto the Doom, who's also going for this Midas build. He does have maxing. He is maxing Devour, so he is going to farm very, very fast, especially that they're giving him a safe lane farm. Be interesting to see what he goes for after that. Meanwhile, the Tusk really struggling top lane to find any semblance of farm or really put any pressure. Although now is the time with the supports missing. Now's the time for go for it. Hastings pinged out. Dusa is pretty far up, but the Rune is going to get taken by the Sand King, and that might just be enough to kill him. The Shadow Word is level 2, and he is going to fall. Oh, stick. I didn't see the stick, but it's still not. Last tick, though, brings it down. Turkey Club forcing the OD to Shrine. And they put another Midas. Looks like this is going to be the game of Midases. Maiden actually getting a little bit out of position here, going for that Frostbite. There's a lift on the Rubik, and I think she's just dead. She might just die to creeps. Or not, but so he actually took a value point in Arcane Orb on the OD and got very unlucky there. Did not get any procs of his aura. It is level 2, so it's not the most ideal, but he does have the maxed out orb. Arcane Astral Imprison, not Arcane. The Cloak Aura doing lots of work. So we shall see. Dusa going for this very early game oriented build with 2 Wraith Bands, go Phase Boots, Blade Mail. Not even gonna complete up a stick first, wand rather. Maybe just doing his best here, trying to create a favorable lane, because you know Dusa's gonna farm. You know, Dusa is gonna do what a Dusa is gonna do, and now the Doom bottom lane onto the Underlord, Frostbite into the stun, and I think that's just a dead off lane, and indeed it is. Arnuts picks it up, closing in on that Midas, only a couple hundred gold away, and they do want to take it late game, and I think they understand that. But I'm sorry, TC wants to take it late game, but and I think TCM understands that. They've got the Warlock going for the Midas, the Rubik playing the Poverty support, realizes, hey, I don't need a Midas, I don't really need the levels nearly as much. I can always come back with like a Blink Dagger and, you know, a stolen Doom. Like, that's going to be his impact this game. And Cricket, maybe a bit too far up here. He's got a lift on the Rubik. Going to use it, pulling him back. He's got a Fade Bolt. Panda going in with the Shukuchi. He's not going to get him. Not quite a bit of damage. He did go, enough damage. He did go for the Perseverance. Once again, this time he's intent on getting that Lincoln Sphere. No sidetracking for any items. He wants it, and he wants it now. Once again, you know, kind of a similar, like, single target, like, kind of delete button. This time it's a Doom. Last game it was a Necro, and Arnuts once again going for this Radiance. Didn't end up getting it last game. He wanted to, didn't go for it. Really wants it this game. He's got the Devour. He's got the Midas ready to go in just a moment, and yeah, it's farm time, baby. He's not leaving this bottom lane until he's got like 4 items. Never leave. But laning wise, Dusa doing very well. As is actually OD's doing pretty decently too. He's got 16 denies, so pretty good for him. A little bit out leveling the Dusa, just barely, but he's gonna have to go back to base. He's been harassed out of lane so many times. It's the only reason why it's as close as it is. Meanwhile, the Weaver's got his 23 denies. He wants that. Oh, guess a little pick off there. OD was getting greedy for a rune and didn't get it, and the Tusk rotation manages to bring him down. And I don't know if Bottle is that good on Dusa. I mean, I guess she was taking a lot of harass from, like, you know, the Warlock rotations, the maxed out Astral Imprisonment. So maybe it's a little bit value, but I don't know if I would necessarily like going Bottle on the hero, especially if you're gonna go for these stats. Just vary out some clarities, man. It's good for your health. Pieman? Maybe trying to steal a last hit from the maiden. Oh, come on, do it to him. Do it! Oh, it's not enough! Oh, no! Oh, he did an uphill miss. Oh, crash and burn, get back. Meanwhile, does Doom cancel that? I have no idea, but he's fine anyways. And Arnuts actually takes a lot of damage. But not going to be enough to pull him down. Dude, the Cloak Aura actually did work there. Because it's percent based on the... Or does that work? It's gotta work. Like, if you're, even if you're burning, like, the percent base should get reduced by magic resistance, right? You probably still take a little bit less damage, but I don't know how that calculates. Tusk going for a drum and just trying to go in and harass the Weaver a little bit. He actually might get punished for this. Pieman lifts him back, Snowball to avoid some damage, and just gonna disengage there. He is level 7, so he has caught up. Oh, maybe not quite caught up, but very close to that Underlord. Underlord been forced back to base after dying, and as well as just there. So I missed out on a couple waves of XP and getting very close to that that mech. Turkey Club with the phase boots. Really wants that blade mail, but I don't know if the blade mail is the item. Blade mail is an item if you want to fight early. I think the maelstrom will be a little bit better suited. Maybe go back for the blade mail because I do like the pickup versus the OD. And oh, Tusk goes in too far this time. Didn't get the punch off, got lifted beforehand, and just got blown up. So good for him. On the Weaver, Panda picking up a nice one. A cold one with the boys in. Speaking of cold one, the corpse of the tower lies now 6 feet under. Do towers have corpses? I mean, they look like dicks, so I mean, I don't know. Doom closing in on that relic. Like I said, this guy is gonna be farming like a monster. Got that maxed out Devour, got that Midas. Went for the phase boots to give him some extra kills, and you know, he's having his time of his life. And looks like they made a little bit of a play top lane, but it didn't work out. But Warlock walking into it didn't actually go with the Frostbite, instead went with the Nova, but it's not going to be, it is going to be enough. They're going to bring down the Warlock. Rock is committed, and now the Weaver going in onto the Tusk. They're going to have enough damage to bring him down, but the turnaround on the Panda, can they bring him down? They do get the Weaver. They drop the ult on the OD, and the rotation from him will get the exchange, so it's a 3 for 2, but they do manage to take it down the safe laner. Maybe worth? Hashtag worth? What is it? It's the implicit. You killed this safe laner. He's not farming. It's not. Maybe it's not worth it. It just sucks that your offlane had to die. But I mean, who else is? It's fine. I think you just lost the support. At the end of the day, it's a pretty decent trade overall for no matter which side you were on, unless you're the Weaver. Then you're sad because you didn't get any gold. But he's closing in on that Lincoln Sphere, only around 200 gold off. That'll definitely increase his survivability. Won't have nearly as many problems getting kicked into oblivion by the Tuskar. They're not going for anything memey, no Bloodseeker Tuskar Ag strats. But Mech now completed on the Underlord, going for a little bit of a play on the Doom, but the move speed is too much. Oh, is he gonna devour something? Eat something. Come on, eat. Your mother made food for you, and he's gonna eat a Troll Summoner, and that might just be exactly what he wants. He's gonna drop the Doom onto the Warlock instead of this kiddo, but is the damage gonna be enough? It doesn't look like it, and maybe a misclick there, but either way, now the stun onto the Rubik, diving him onto the tower. Rubik will steal it, and Frostbite bringing him low. Nova as well, but he's gonna walk out on a 177 HP. Yeah, maybe a bit of a misclick there, but Doom could have got both kills, I think. I guess he wanted to stop the rock, but that was on cooldown. Speaking of rocks, the gold. That's a rock, that's a mineral or some shit. It's got the recipe for his Midas on the Warlock, and he wants to be rich. Maiden going for a drum as well, so they're gonna have 2 on their team between her and the Tusk. Tusk around 400 gold off? 300 gold. 350 off on the him. Meanwhile, Weaver's completed up the Lincolns and going for that Desolator. Arcane Rune snatched up by the Warlock, and at some point TCM has to think, all right, it's go time. We've got all our core items. We're gonna have mech. We gotta have energy boot. We're gonna have our Greaves or whatever. And we can pressure, because as of right now, the Deuce is farming, not that, the Deuce is farming, the Doom is farming. The Doom is insane on the net worth right now, up to 9,600, almost 10k. He's got the Radiance and the Midas and an 800 gold saved up. Just been beasting it out bottom. 3.4k net worth. Their entire net worth lead is this Doom's farm, and Weaver's been farming like Weaver's farm too. He's got a 17-minute Lincoln, like 17-minute Lincoln and some gold. Like that ain't no problem. Ain't no problem there. Like, this guy is super rich right now, and even with all the harassment damage he's taking, it's maybe Doom carry is the new thing. He's gonna get netted, actually gonna get the new net onto the Rubik, and with the Frostbite, they're gonna drop the Rock and the stolen Burrow Strike, trying to turn it around, but the burn damage is too much from the Radiance, and now he's gonna drop the Doom onto the Underlord, and it's gonna be enough. He's gonna bring down the Warlock as well, and I think he's gonna get a triple. Yes, indeed, we've got our nuts nutting all over TCM. And he's not providing a rag, rag, not there. No sir. And now Panda, just trying to rotate it here, but he didn't actually get anything out of it, so now his TP's going to be on cooldown. He's not going to be present for whatever is going to be happening mid lane. Turkey Club actually fell quite low to, I guess that was the Sanity's Eclipse plus some right clicks from the OD. He's closing in onto a Dragonlance. That's why you use Orb to farm when you're this rich, good sir, so you get the CS. Didn't actually go full stick wand, he just got a stick. And now Tuskar going for that medallion build. The 8k Tuskar Sing Sing spam build. Well, I guess he plays it as a support and a roamer, but you know, still close enough. We got Arnuts, who switched out that summoner for a Purge creep, so a lot of chase on him. Although maybe not for Panda. Probably should have kept that creep if I were him, but I guess he's just more concerned with farming right now as opposed to kill potential, because he is beasting it. He's almost got a Shiva. This is only 1,400 gold away from that, and that bonus armor from the plate mail gonna make him incredibly hard to kill, even with the Desolator. That and the Radiant, like, Weaver's not gonna like this game, I think. But hey, who knows? He's got some easy pickoffs. The CM, very easy kill for him to find in almost every fight. But they're really not pushing the Underlord, not going actually for the Arcane Boots. Now he wants to go for a Blink Dagger. Maybe try to transition into a little bit of a more of an initiator. Don't know how that's going to work out. I think they just have to let the OD play that role. Go for this Arcane Pike, go for the Blink Dagger, and let Weaver deal some damage. Or have Weaver play the initiator. Have Weaver build tank, or not even tank, but just or a little bit of a misplay on the Shukuchi there. But he's got the Lincoln Sphere, so Maiden tries to hold from the trees, but she's got the bug on her. And actually, he's going to drop the Doom. He's now with the slow up from the Purge. This could be enough, and trade not worth. Doom doesn't even look. Cool guys don't look at explosions, and big kill going his way. CM says worth and takes that all the way to the bank. Cashes that in at a casino. Says I spun Rylai's wheel and I won. And now punch stun as well onto the OD, but there's a shrine and he's just gonna be fine. And now maybe the turnaround onto the Tusk, but the Epicenter channel, but no mana for a stun, and actually that might cost him his life. The mana, what the heck? Good sir, what was that? Hello? Guess he just double tapped his spell and by accident he came too early, and now he's the guy with white stuff on his face. But I need to stop with these puns. They're not even good, they're just bad. Well, I don't think Mecha's gonna save you at this point, sir. This is a very farmed Doom. Hell, I wouldn't be surprised if he just manned up onto the Weaver. He even stopping the Midas, no respect at all. And now he's working his way towards a heart. I think a Crimson might be a little bit better, maybe. I guess it doesn't block damage from. Whatever. He's rich as hell. He can buy what he wants. Dusa as well, just zooming ahead. Now Rock dropped onto the Doom. He's gonna get actually bursted down here, and that's another miss. Nope. Alright. So they finally actually bring down the Doom. That's a really big kill for them. I just want to see like the net worth swing. Oh, how much was it? It was almost a 2,000 gold net worth swing right there. Oh, Underlord being forced to pop his ult again defensively. They're not really 5-manning with this mech. They think they're confident. I think they're confident that they want to take it late game against Medusa. Don't really know how that's going to work out for them. They're not even like they're behind on towers too. Tusk rolling, snowballing in, punches well onto the OD. He's got a Hurricane Pike. He's going to use it to try to disengage from the Tuskar, but the Nova keeping him there. And now they're just going to pop the Sanity's Eclipse, but it's not going to be enough. They do bring down the Maiden with the CM with the Rubik Fade Bolt, but it's a Maiden for an OD. Not quite the net worth swing of the Doom Death, but it is still a bit favorable. It is still favorable for TC. Sand King now with the Blink Dagger. Now actually the initiation on the EB on the Warlock. He's going to get stunned up so the slow won't get channeled, but the Stolen Maiden bringing down the offlaner of TC. They lose the Rubik in exchange. But a nice play from him, but now Doom showed up. He doesn't get the Doom off onto the... Oh, it doesn't actually get the kill on the mini stun off onto the Warlock either, so they both get away. Weaver finally is going to have gold for that Desolator, and around 25 gold. Doom actually diving Underlord? With the Doom, manages to pick him off. I did not think that was going to happen. I apologize. Wasn't even bothering to watch the map at that point. But, where's the everybody run? Okay, let's see if we can get some memes up here. Okay, old meme, sorry. But, oh, they actually find OD Illusions. Maybe Dusa pops her ult. It's on cooldown for this. I think he's realized at this point. Meanwhile, in the backlines, OD managing to bring down the CM low. I think that's enough to pop her down. Nope, not quite enough. She actually sticked up and managed to live, but they're going to pop the ult onto the Dusa. OD did get the last right click. They've stoned up the Weaver, but the OD is taking a lot of damage from the Epicenter, but they're going to pop the Underlord ult. He's going to cancel it, though. Mech as well. The Rock drop, the snowballing in forward, trying to be defensively, but the stolen ult from the Rubik doing lots of work. The plays on this man, bringing them back into the game. And 3-for-0 trade. Big fight there. Almost a 3k gold swing here for TCM. Keeping that net worth lead to a manageable amount. And hopefully they'll be able to take something off of this. Some sort of objective. Because at this point they are in desperate need of it. They only have one tier 1 tower. 26 minutes into the game. Not what you want to see really. But OD does have this Blink Dagger Hurricane Pike. He's also taken the attack speed talent, so he's going to be hitting much faster now. Getting off that Mana Steal, which at the end of the Insteal rather, which at the end of the day is what you can, the only thing that you can hope for to deal with this Dusa come late game, because she's gonna be farmed. Closing in on a Scotty now on her. Still a whiles away, but you know, Dusa farms fast, especially now that she's got a Maelstrom. I'm actually surprised that she went this build. I think the build's been Mask of Madness recently that I've been seeing. When people do play Dusa, granted it's not that often, but this build is pretty fine I think for this game. Maybe not the Maelstrom right away, but it is providing the damage. It's alright. I see no problem. And Weaver going for a Diffusal Blade, trying to continue the pressure onto the Dusa, drain some more of that mana, just make it a little bit more manageable. And Doom is now right about to have that heart, and he does. 3k HP up on him, still dominating the top of the net worth, 7k ahead. But no real initiation item for him. No Blink, no Shadow Blade, no Silver Edge. So might want to go Halberd or something just to pop, or maybe not Halberd, but might want to go some sort of initiation item so that he can go in onto the Weaver, pop his Lincoln, and pop the Doom. He's actually going Lincoln himself. Not quite sure why. I guess, like, what's the only thing? I guess he doesn't want to get Doom stolen by the Rubik. That's probably it. But I mean, you just hold the Scorched Earth, or get like a Satyr. If they smoke up onto they're gonna find the Weaver. This Lincoln is popped. They don't get the catch. They're gonna drum forward. They really want this kill. Doom wrapping around on the back line, but the OD has already gotten himself away. Or not. Has he? Doom here. He's got the Shiva's stun as well from the Sand King. Snowball forward. This could be a disaster for the OD. He's going to imprison himself defensively. Doom actually targeted the Ancient, so now everybody's got a lot of HP. Wait, did he just blink out? Yule's trick, and he bare balls the stun. Is this guy actually getting out of here? He's got to blink up again. He's channeling the Epicenter. Does the pulse come in time? No Yule's trick this one. And he's going to fall, but they wasted a lot of time there. They don't have creeps either. In fact, Terpspan is just pressuring this tier 2 tower bottom. They're going to rotate the Tusken. AB going for what looks to be a pipe. Scotty now completed on Dusa, and oh, stun. They found actually onto the Rubik. He does have the Dusa ult. Oh no, it times out, so he needs a new spell there. He's got a Force Staff and is going for an Aghanim. Looks like he's feeling it too. He wants to ball out of control this game. I think maybe a Yule's or something else might be a little bit better. Maybe a Blink Dagger as opposed to an Aghanim's. But hey, the man's probably played 10,000 games of Rubik. See all the spells he's been stealing? And speaking of stealing, this Doom's life is under threat of getting mugged from him. Shivas, he's got his team behind him, or at least the Maiden. The Sand King's still far away. The Weaver really wants to go on with this. He actually gets his Lincoln pop, but there's no vision. They're finally they'll get the Doom off before the time lapse, and I think this is a very dead Weaver. The burn damage doing quite a lot. They're going to drop the rock as well onto the Doom. Is he going to die? They're going to drop the Sanity's Eclipse, but it doesn't do nearly enough damage. Maiden finally will fall, but they're going to commit the buyback on the Weaver. Tusk, meanwhile, manages to bring down the Rubik. Pays for it with his life, and but Doom doesn't care. He says, Deuce is coming, and I'm just going to man up. I don't give a damn that I don't have Doom. Dusa coming in from the sidelines with the Stone Gaze. She's frozen up the Underlord. Nobody else, though. The stun, Sand King once again hitting onto the Underlord. Onto the OD, rather. Underlord getting brought down by the Dusa. Is it enough? Yes, it is. They managed to get the OD as well, and now it's just the Weaver and the Warlock against this push of the two very farmed cores of the Radiant. TC looking to take the first inside building. Panda has to be careful without the Shikuchi. Takes such a large amount of damage, and they're not even focusing on him. That's just the Radiance Burn and the split shot. That wave just dies immediately, and well, he's still stolen Devour. Maybe you can get something else here. Doom, stun onto the Weaver. Can they bring him down? No, he has time lapse. He used it. No Shikuchi for a couple of seconds. The Soul and the Warlock finally runs out. Don't know if they're going to have enough damage here in them to actually be able to bring down the racks, but they're going to try. Pops the Blade Mail on the Deucer, reflecting some of the burn damage. It's just going to walk out of it, though. Doesn't want to take it. Meanwhile, Doom's actually falling quite low. Force Staffed away by the Maiden? By someone, actually, and he just had saved his life. Meanwhile, Weaver getting stunned up, trying to chase for those easy kills, but now he turns back for the Deucer. The OD is up in 5. Maybe they can delay this enough to get this guy's kill. Dusa's got an ult in 2 seconds, though. They don't have a Doom, however, for this fight. She's gonna pop it. OD's TPing in to the Shrine. Panda running away. They managed to pick off the Warlock, so no rock. Actually, it's on cooldown regardless. Rubik seems to be falling. Maiden ult in the trees, dealing lots of damage. Panda will manage to bring him down, though. Medusa getting astraled away, so the OD still doesn't have the damage for her. Meanwhile, the Sand King, held in place by the root, will bring down, so it is a 2 for 2, but only the supports fall on either side. And I mean, that's all they caught, and they did use quite a few buybacks, so I think it's fine for TC. TCM, of course, are not happy at all. And Tusk going for the Aghanims. Wants to kick it. He wants to Chris Brown some bitches. He wants to kick them and abuse them. So he's committed to that. Meanwhile, Dusa working towards that butterfly, maybe to avoid some of the right clicks from the OD, who's now going for that BKB. Not really sure why he went the bots. This isn't really an item to have on an OD when you're behind. You're not that effective at split push. You're not really going to be doing a whole lot in terms of tower damage. So only like idea for this is, I guess, if you want to join fights, but you should be with your team in the first place as an OD. Cafe, just sandstorming. He's into Electro, what can I say? Oh, force that forward. They actually find one. The OD blinking forward. Can they actually bring Maiden down? Nope. She's juking it out in the tree lines. Panda trying to fight her with that fast Shikuchi, but the dust is committed. Snowball as well. Doesn't take the Maiden, but the mischance on the Maiden somehow applies, and they bring down the OD before the fight's even begun. And now Doom, oh, is the Radiance mischance is going in. Warlock is brought down. Yes, sir. The Maiden somehow fell on the back lines. Looks like we managed to pick him off. Boarding back, actually, meanwhile, Deuce is in the base, trying to take this melee racks. The burn damage might be enough. She's going to pop the ultimate, backing away. Sand King stun onto 2. Actually, the Dusa manages to catch up the Weaver, so the Sand King's alive for a little bit longer, but the stolen Stone Gaze gives Weaver the damage he needs to bring down the Sand King. They'll lose the Tuskar, but the 2 big cores, once again, are alive and healthy. Doom and Dusa just take the racks. They're getting out of there. And at this point, the gold lead seems to be very favorable. 14k now, Doom. Taking some damage from the burn. Gonna pop the Doom immediately onto the Warlock, bringing him down. Arnut's getting chased. Panda, Kenita, he has the damage. Wow. Wow. Timing. Wow. I apologize for my display capture. I don't hide anything. I don't hide nothing. Didn't do nothing. Oh. Opa Cafe. Nope. Can he? Maybe. Possibly. Maybe pop it with the Force Staff. Epicenter channel. Major puss. Meanwhile, Butterfly completed. It looks like he's going for some item that I can't see. It looks Mjolnir. And he's just going to hit onto the tier 3 tower as the Dusa. Warlock has a mech as well for some reason. I don't know why. Hurricane Pike onto the Dusa. She's going to pop the Blade Mail. The initiation with the Shivas. Double stun from the Sand King. Dusa ult committed as well. Stolen. No, the Scorched Earth is stolen, not the Doom. And now the the re-engage from the Rock. Arnut's actually taking a lot of damage. The Bugs, Weaver dealing lots, but he's now getting slowed up by the Scotty. Deuce is hitting on the buildings and everything else all at once. Maiden trying to do what she can, but it's not enough. Looks like she's going to get brought down by the OD, or is she? This Dusa Scotty slow doing so much work. The epicenter committal onto the Weaver, but he's still alive, still around 600. They'll bring down the sinking, and now Dusa has no mana, but neither does the OD have life, and he just blinked to his death. 100 seconds, no buyback, and Doom is still very tanky on these front lines. Weaver is in fountain healing up, so hopefully he can re-engage and push back this push before they take the melee racks. Turkey Club getting space created for him by our nuts, who's just diving the tier 4. He's in the enemy base. He just doesn't care, but it doesn't look like the enemy does either because he's dead. However, damage is done. Yasha for Turkey. Oh my god. Oh, I hope he dies to the creeps. So, Panda going for that Bloodthorn. I don't really know if I like that this game. It might be valuable against the Dusa. She doesn't have a Lincoln, she doesn't have a Manta or any way to deal with it. No BKB, so couldn't really focus her down. Weaver trying to get this Aegis, and it looks like they will. It's essentially uncontested and really good for them. And this is something we really didn't get to see last game, the play of the Aegis. They're gonna put it onto their Weaver. Hopefully he can man up now. However, the Vlad's and the Maiden providing a lot of sustainability and bonus armor in these fights. Now the Tuskar with the Aghanims, hoping that he can force somebody to go out of position. Alright, never mind. I see an Astral, I always assume it's a hero. Dusa. Now, I think she's just gonna buy out the Mjolnir. I'd burst buy it, like, whatevs. Oh, they're gonna take out Shrines now. I don't think they're gonna end up pushing into the Aegis, even though I definitely feel they're strong enough to do it. If it was on the OD, maybe not, but on the Weaver, for sure. I don't think he's that much of an issue as of now. Like, he does deal damage, but looks like he's going a secondary heart on Doom. Huh. Well, I mean, guy's got the gold for it, so why the hell not? You got a Blade Mail too. Ooh, nice job. Pop the Lincoln with his Force Staff, and now Snowball forward, E-Cricket with the punch. Doesn't get anything off. Meanwhile, the Dusa manning up against the entire enemy team. Rock drop solo on her. Weaver getting focused, but he does have Aegis. The stolen Dusa ult, the Stone Gaze, freezing back the rest of the team, and it's still just Turkey Club against the world. Standing in this bird damage. Looks like the Aegis was popped on the backline. Maiden is in a lot of trouble though. Turkey Club is just so low. The stun is prevented by the Lincolns, and now OD's going in. He wants to go for more. He's going to Astral up the Doom, but Doom still has that big ult of his, that big spell. Who's he going to spend it on? The Glimmer Cape as well as the Hurricane Pike. Epicenter's going to get whiffed here. The Snowball forward, he manages to pick off the Rubik, and actually the Radiance Burn alone almost killed the OD. And now the dive in onto Ibby. Can they bring down this Warlock? It looks like they will be, and he's already Doom's going next. And the corpse is getting flung across the court, going for the 3-point shot. Dunked on. The Warlock's gonna buy back, and they're just diving base. And actually, has he gone too far on the Doom? The Shiva's buying him a little bit of extra space. Can he get the heart regen off? And it looks like he will, so he's gonna be healing up inside of that. Meanwhile, the Rax is dead, so Doom creating space once again, but looks like he will pay for it with his life unless he gets Radiance mischances like a god. Got one, needed another. Meanwhile, this Tuskar just sitting in the backlines. He didn't actually snowball onto the OD, so it didn't get the turnaround punch onto the Underlord. But at this point, it's Megas. It's kind of GG. Call probably will come through soon. Weaver's out for 80 without buyback, and without that, I just don't know how they hold these lanes. Especially when, like, the Deuce is up. How does Doom not have buyback? They just took 2 sets of racks. Or I guess it's just 1 set. But still, take a set of racks. How much is this bad book anyways? So, whatever. That was an Aegis fight, and that was probably about the best. They isolated, like, they stole the Stone Gaze, they isolated the Dusa for a very long time, but they could not bring her down. And, yeah, it's just seems to be all too much for TCM unless they can really pull something out of the bag here. Stun, it looks like they've gone onto the OD. He's gonna imprison himself. He's got the Yule's trick, gonna get it off. The Root holding everybody back, and I'm surprised they haven't called it yet. I really don't think that they can hold this. I also really don't get this double mech. Double Greaves even. What is Warlock doing? Hello? I mean, I don't know. Dusa went Bloodstone. Like, that's like the... I cannot believe that, like, this game is so bad. This game is so over. I mean... what kind of Dusa buys a Bloodstone? Alright, well, you know, it gives you mana. So, to each their own. Maybe hoping to deal with the stolen int from the OD. Looks like they're coming in for one last hurrah. Snowball on the Tuskar. He's snowballing into the base. Oh god. And he blinks out. Oh, he has a blink dagger now. Excellent. He's gonna get defused up, and that is a dead Tuskar, I think. He's actually still alive. He's finally gonna get focused down or not. The Stone Gaze saves him for just another moment though. Now the Weaver on the backlines, they can't focus anybody, but the Doom is spent onto the OD. He's gonna get chased down. I really don't think that they can kill the Dusa, so I'm gonna focus on this. Blink, Sand has a stun, and I think OD is just dead, and I think their hopes of winning this game. Meanwhile, Dusa's just corralling 3 heroes into the base. Weaver's trying to defend their ancient, like, diving fountain. She got a Bloodstone. Who gives a damn? Dooms clearly doesn't, as he's just sitting in the fountain, and that's game 2. GG is called. They fought to the end, but Team Confidential, TC, bringing it out in a nice 2-0. So this game, as I said, I always do. I'm gonna give my MVP. Gonna give it to the Doom. He just made so much space. Like he did die a couple times because of it, but he did so much damage. He created so much space in these fights, just allowing Medusa to hit on buildings. And like honestly, I don't even they all played really well. Honestly, team MVP. I don't think. Like, they all played really great. Like, Dusa did the same thing. Maiden had a lot of really nice plays as well. Sand King had a couple of clutch stuns that got key pickoffs. Like, just well played all around. Tusk did Tusk things, so good on them. And, yeah, I hope you enjoyed the cast. If you want to check out the replays, I'm going to be posting them onto my YouTube. That will be up within 24 hours. If you want to follow me on Twitch, I do Echo League casts. I'm going to be doing Trench League casts. I'm probably going to be casting Open Qualifiers. I don't know who I'm going to be following yet, but it'll be someone cool. And you can also follow me on Twitch. I play solo queue. I don't know if you saw it, but I'm pretty high MMR, 5.6. Not bad if I say so myself. Going for that road to 6K soon. But thank you all for watching. This is Break the Sky, and I'm going to play solo queue after this, I think. So, bye.